Hey guys, the section of bounds here. We're gonna run through PFL real quick. Let's get right through it, guys. We got another Bellator card I gotta break through as well, so it's gonna be a fun day for me. Yeah. So let's start with Denzel Freeman versus Isaiah Pinson. I think Denzel has an injury coming in. Something. Uh, Man, this is a hard one because I like Freeman to win, but Pinson's a live dog, and I do think after round one, I think Pinson's probably a good play. But and an injury does worry me with Freeman, so but yeah, let's go with Freeman here. Not as confident, and the odds should not be as wide. But it is what it is. Moving on, we got Jordan Heiderman versus Patrick Brady. Patrick Brady, he's older, quite older. Yep, almost 40. Um, don't bet on old men. That's my pretty much rule number one. Don't bet on guys who don't have good wins. That's two. And I just think Heiderman's going to be too big for him. I think Heiderman has some BJJ, some, and I think it's going to be enough to take out him. The Quan Buckley win is aging a little better, even though he is a fridge and a pretty much like chocolate milk melting. But anyways, I got Heiderman here in a absolute ugly fight, but let's go. I got Heiderman. Moving on. I don't even know how he wins. Second round. I don't know. Unanimous decision. I don't know. Moving on. We got Yoko Higashi versus Olena Kolenesk. Yoko Higashi was terrible in her fight against Marina Makayana. Lost the ground and pound in round two. Had nothing for her. I see Elena. I see Elena just beating her up for the whole time, and yeah, unanimous decision. Elena is probably the play I would ride, but who knows? She could get a finish in there, so I don't even want it. It's either KO or decision for Elena. I don't know what to. It's a double chance maybe, but yeah, I'm on Elena here. I think she wins. Pretty safe pick. Um, Moving on, we got Martina Gendarova versus Julia Budd. I'm pretty confident in Julia Budd here. She's training at Fight Ready. She's 39, but she still fights like she's in her prime somewhat. She's very strong, very athletic. Martina Gendarova has a hard time when she's on her back. She doesn't know how to get up. She's coming off of a pretty bad KO loss, so that could damage her confidence, and especially in the striking. I'm going to go with Julia Budd here. She looked good on the feet against um, Larissa Pacheco. She can be well coached. I'm going to be on Julia Budd here. And I'm going to put a little more on her. I'm a little confident in Mrs. Budd, so I'm going to put 2 to 3 units on her. You heard it here first. Moving on, we got Marcelo Nunes versus Danilo Marquez. So Marcelo Nunes, he just doesn't want to fight anymore, and Marquez does. It's pretty much as simple as it gets. Also, everything Nunes does, Marquez does better. So I'm on Marquez here, and I'm pretty confident. Moving on, we have Marina Mokankina versus Evelyn Martinez. So both girls have strength where other girls struggle. So Martins can strike and she can keep a good rhythm and win rounds, whereas Marina Mokankina doesn't have quite the same finishing ability, but she has the wrestling ability that Evelyn doesn't. I do think Marina wins. I was on Evelyn, but the more I think about it, the wrestler, you should always back the wrestler, especially when she has a good ability to get to the ground, and Martins has a bad ability for getting taken down and held down. So I'm gonna lean Marina, but this is a really close fight, and I wouldn't be surprised if Evelyn keeps this winning streak going. So she's 20 years old, and she hasn't really faced anyone at the level of Marina Mokaninta. So we will see. She has faced close, but I just don't think she has that grappling experience yet, and I think she's gonna find out. But yeah, that's just my opinion. I could be horribly wrong here. Moving on, we had Jorgen de Castro versus Dennis Gold. So I have not much need to say here. De Castro is a mess. He fights like he is like always conserving his energy. Like he just I can't trust him because De Castro he just doesn't have that kill switch. and it takes him too long to get going. I like Goltsev here, and I have him by unanimous decision. If not, take him down, pound him out in a round or two. Like it really depends on what type of Goltsev we get. Um, Castro by KO is probably the only thing that I could see screwing this up. So if you're gonna play to Castro, Castro by KO. So but yeah, moving on, we got Travel Miller versus Bigalio Walsh. Pretty easy fight to call. Walsh by KO first round. Doesn't really need much else to say. Miller's being a can being brought in to lose. It's just how it is. Moving on. We have Karolina Sobek versus Aspen Ladd. I am torn. I am torn. I told myself I'd watch more film on this fight, and I haven't. All I can tell you is she lost to Martinez, um, and she can get taken down and held down. And if you're getting held down by Martinez, there's a good chance that you can get held down by Aspen Ladd. But I just don't trust Aspen's takedowns. So for that reason, I'm going to take Sobek. I have to keep fading Aspen. I'm sorry. I can't. But yeah, this she could surprise me. Aspen could come out like a dog on a bone from the start. So you never know. But I'm gonna trust in Sebek here, just having more tools, striking wise and on the ground. Or not, maybe not on the ground, but striking wise, and she has a ground game. So yeah, moving on. We got Renan Ferrara versus Matteo Shuffle. Should be a Renan Ferraro victory, easy, but his cardio is always a liability. And because of that, if he doesn't get the finish in the first round, live bet the shit out of Shuffle. Not live bet the shit, but you know what I mean. Just get a little bit down on Shuffle. Because Ferrara gets slower and slower as the rounds go on. Moving on, we got Amber Lebrock versus Larissa Pacheco. I really like Pacheco here. I don't see this being a very fair matchup, although Lebrock could shock the world again with a nice head kick. I can't see it, but anything's possible in this crazy sport. So, Larissa Pacheco by first round TKO. Moving on, we have Ante Delija versus Maurice Greene. Maurice Greene, what else can you say about the guy other than he's an overachiever and he's gonna get beat up tomorrow unless he's on sauce or something that I don't know about. But I got Ante Delija by smash round one or two. But you never know with this fight, so I wouldn't be betting too much on this one. But yeah, my most confident picks: Pacheco number one, Ali Walsh actually tied for number one, Walsh and Pacheco. Number two, Goltsov. Number three, Ante Delija. Number four, I'd say Danilo Marquez and Julia Budd. Number five, I'd say, and number three also Elena Kolesnik. And number five, I'd say, man, this is a hard number five. I don't know with this one. I'll go Hannah for number five. But anyways, guys, yep, this is gonna be a fun card. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.